44-26, Scott up by 18 over the visiting Tulsa Rebels in this Cardinal Conference matchup. In the first matchup of the year, the first game of the year for either team, Scott was up, won 60-56. And a little more defense in this one for the Skyhawks as they have just simply shut down the Tulsa Rebels in the third quarter and toward the end of the second quarter there. They finally got that big mo going their way, and they kept it going. But right out of the gate, John Sam's going to come out and smash a three from the corner, 44-29, cutting the lead down to 15, and that's what Tulsa needed. 15 sounds a lot better than 18.
Yeah, well, they done the same thing at the start of the third quarter too, Tony. Come out and was able to hit a quick three.
Let's see if they're going to get Brewer with that one. They're going to give it to 15, Brandon Clark. That'll be his second. Team's third. That's another thing. Tulsa, believe whether they want to or not, they're going to have to commit some fouls throughout this quarter. So they can't send Scott to the line yet for another 4 fouls. But I'm sure they'll get something throughout the way. They're not going to intentionally foul with 7:30 to go. But Justin Harmon's going to go back down low and connect and push it back up to a 46-29, 17-point lead for the Skyhawks. Now we're to corner to Austin Brewer. Picks up that dribble and right into a standing straight up Harmon, and now Tully.
You got to finish that.
He had it. Yeah, you got to finish that, Tully.
I know you want to try to pass the ball. Shoot under the basket, son. Shoot it.
Yeah, I'm not going to get I ain't going to be too hard on the guy. He's just trying to get the teammate involved, I guess.
Nope, I'm jumping on board with Kingery and them. You're under the basket, shoot it. Coach,
agree to disagree.
Yeah, the assistant coach McComas, I was just going with what he was saying. He was screaming it, so I feel like he's a pretty intelligent man.
I feel like he's bought that T-shirt a time or two.
Yep.
Austin Brewer with the shot, back rim, no good. Ward timing up the jump shot. And once again, just finding Harmon going down the court.
Yep. Runs so well.
That's the third time now tonight that Ward has just hit him like a quarterback. I'm wondering if he's not been Honeycutt out there sometimes. But that'll be the third foul on Austin Brewer. And that'll send Harmon back to line to shoot 2. And he rattles it around. Doing good. And now have him a 20. And he connects on that one, 21 for the young man. Which is crazy that you don't hear more of colleges just at least looking at Harmon. You know, you got a 6'8" guy with some finesse that's a money from the free throw line. You know, you think you at least get some looks. Maybe he is. We don't know. Dave Ward.
Very good across half court. There you go.
Going. Ward once again with the precision pass and getting out it ends up out in the hands of Belcher. It's going to be off the back of the backboard. 48-29. Tulsa down by 19, trying to scrap their way back into this one with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Number 15, Brandon Clark's going to get fouled right there. They're going to give that one.
Has to be to Belcher. Looks like he grabbed her on the back.
That'll be the young man's second. And the inbound to pass. Tulsa does to Morgan Stacy. He's going to go into the paint. Ooh. Another top 10 nominee. You normally hear me going, ooh, I'm a fan of big plays, man. I love it. Still waiting to see that first AA dunk of the year. We've seen a few in AAA in Huntington Prep.
And Logan. Trevor put one down. Ooh, that's always scary right there when you get any bodies laying on the floor.
So the foul's going to go on Tulsa here. Let's see if they're going to give it to. Give it to 15, Brandon Clark. That'll be his third. Actually, they're going to give that, going to be actually on Austin Brewer. That'll be his fourth. 5:27 remaining. Scott up by 17.
Yeah, let's get a towel out there just for players' safety, so that way
no one wants
them don't hit a wet spot.
Yeah, we don't need no ankle sprains.
Blown knees.
Yeah, I don't even like saying it. I've seen a few of them happen. Neither one. I've yet to see one that looks pleasant.
It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah, you could say that. 5:27. Scott up by 17. The score at half was 24-16. And they've just simply taken over.
Well, they come out on that 16-4 run you talked about, Tony, and never looked back.
They have a missed shot here. But they believe that was Ward. The ball's going to be, look at Belcher hitting the deck. Kingery called timeout, and he didn't realize Belcher was going to have that much time to get the pass up the floor to two wide open streaking Skyhawks. But he's up by 17, so he'd rather be safe than sorry, and that's what any good coach would do. He's going to take a full timeout and circle the wagons. Still 48-31.
I just don't know that Tulsa ever shook that off, Tony. They come out at the beginning of the third quarter and hit that three, and they felt like, well, that put them right back in, and then Scott really just blew the doors open after that. There was some miscues by the Rebels that led to the Scott points, and defense. It created that offense for Kingery's Hawks. That's why he's got a 17-point lead midway through the fourth.
And Scott, we had a little concern for him during that first quarter. At least I did. About maybe being a replay from Herbert Hoover, where they just simply couldn't ever put away the Huskies until later on down the stretch. Let them hang around, but they made sure they didn't make that same mistake here in this one. As they've blown this one open a little bit. 48-31 again. Scott up by 17. They're on a 24-15 run overall in the second half, outscoring the Rebels. And Jesse Belcher makes that 26. And outscore them. 26-15 run. 50-31, Logan, wow, Scott by 19. Going too many Logan games.
I can't believe I won the 5-second call right there. Jesse was D'ing him up for a long time, Tony.
Harmon's going to yet draw another foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot two more. First free throw attempt. Harmon can't get the rare miss for Harmon from the free throw line. And Kingery's over here using this dead time here as a little quick free timeout.
Utilization.
That's right. Maximizing opportunities, and Harmon letting that free throw percentage dip a little bit there on that trip. 50-31, 4:20 and counting in this final quarter. John Salmons connects on the up and under. He now has 10.
It was a good move too, Tony.
It was a nice move. Nice up and under. Used the rim as a guard. Dave Ward. They're going to give Justin Harmon with the clear out. Kingery ain't liking that one too much. That may have been one of the more poor calls I've seen in a while. I don't think I've ever seen that, actually.
An actual call for a clear out?
Yeah. Last time I checked, that's a person's job, not a foul. I don't know, though. I mean, maybe we missed a little extra forearm push off there by Harmon, but Kingery's still over there not very happy.
It might fall under that same category, Tony, as an illegal pick in football when you screen two receivers together. You might have got it under that sort of rule.
Either way, it's not getting overturned here, even to Kingery's disapproval. 50-33, Scott by 17. Keep it at 17 as Belcher's going to come up with the rebound. Virgil Salmons over to try to go for it there. The pass ends up in the hands of Tully. He couldn't go with the putback. Nice diving save there by Nevin Honeycutt, getting the ball inbounds now with Belcher. Belcher over to Dave Ward. Corner shot, no good. Swatted away by Austin Brewer. Virgil Salmons comes up with the loose ball and gives it over to Morgan Stacy. He's going to push the ball up the floor to be stolen away by Dolan. It's going to roll out of bounds, stay here with the Tulsa Rebels on the left-hand side of the court wearing the orange uniforms. 50-33 is still your score. 3:26 and counting remaining in this one.
Well, that's yet another series of sloppiness, Tony, on both sides. When you're around the basket, you got to finish.
There you go, John going into Virgil saying, I was going to say, if they give that on Scott, that is crazy. And they're going to. Yep. That young man had his elbow, and he hook, lined, and sinkered his way to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kingery's agreeing with me over there. I'm with you, Coach.
Well, they got Ward. They called him for a block. Now, if it was going to be anything, they should have got him for, a hook or something. I mean, well, can't live in the past. Got to go for the future.
I just don't like non-consistency. I mean, it's like the refs are trying to let Tulsa back into this.
I'm telling you, that's exactly right. Well, it's just going through my head, Tony. For 3.5 quarters, I mean, they called it the same way.
Nothing. And now all of a sudden, everything's a foul. I don't get it.
Yep.
Who was the young? That was Virgil Salmons, right? He connected on both, if I'm not mistaken. 50-35. Yeah, they were up by 17. So Scott's lead down to 15. Let's see.
I like that play, Tony. You don't see that too often in basketball.
Ooh. There's some crazy stuff happening right now. Crazy.
You got him for the travel.
I don't even got nothing to say. I'm not even going to talk about it. 3:18. They're going to traveling violation turnover here. Oh, of course it's going to be a foul and one. I just want to see fair basketball, and I just don't feel like this is really.
Well, for what it's worth, I mean, it's the first time that Tulsa's been able to put their back to the basket with this Salmons kid. Now, he was able to take advantage of Tully the last 3 times down the floor due to just sheer size. Now, he was a lot bigger than Tully backing him down the post, but he couldn't do it to Harmon. But when you got...
So Kingery's a ticking time bomb over here. Every call that goes toward Tulsa is the more upset he gets.
It's not so much that this Tulsa's getting the calls, Tony. It's the fact that they're just really they're
not
back very
in
smart.
This.
Yeah,
there's only a 13-point lead now. Matt Dolan going down to Harmon, and Brandon Clark, but didn't take Scooby-Doo to figure out that mystery on who that foul was.